Live. Let me double check I can get access to my chat. Let me double check I can get access to the volume, people. I didn't want the volume, just wanted the chat. Okay, whatever. So, we're just going to do some random racing in ACC. We'll take a Valachi James GT3 McLaren out to Paul Ricard warm up a little bit, I guess. Probably should have warmed up off stream, but what the hell? This will be a warts and all. They're all warts and all streams. Who am I kidding? Yeah, this is probably going to be pretty sloppy until we get warmed up here. And maybe sloppy even after we're warmed up. No promises. Okay, I believe I have a setup for this one. Yes. And fuel and strats. It's probably going to be a 6-lap race. Don't need a whole lot of fuel. I'm sure that's more than we need. Yeah, whatever. Got the downforce really cranked away. I don't want any drag on this straight. Put me down over there. I think we'll go for... This one has a pretty decent cockpit view. We'll go this one. I'm gonna take some other random stuff out, and I think if it's got a bad cockpit view, we'll switch to the hood cam or whatever. But I think this it's low enough where it gives us a pretty good view of the track. Some of them are just too high. It feels like I need a booster seat to drive the car or something.
Green light. Go, go, go.
I'm going. Easy.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And naturally,
car on the right.
If I do well, I'm going to take all the credit. But if I do something shameful like crash into somebody, this is 100% going to be James Baldwin's fault. Because it's his car, it has to be him. Right? Oh, my kingdom for a 7th gear. Look at that. Almost 180. That's a good one. I love slipstreaming down that long straight. Oh, I can't believe I caught that. That was crazy. I was full lock counter steer. And now I'm sliding. I definitely should have warmed up.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear
Easy.
on the left. Car on the left.
Got him. I do appreciate the AI giving me room when I stuck my nose up on the inside of the final corner. That could have gone real bad. Or real badly, if you like adverbs. Because grammar. If you want to be technically correct, which according to Hermes is the best kind of correct.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I need more slipstream. We're only doing $1.75. Come on, turn in. Let's get a move on there, Beamer.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Better lane. Fast and fast.
I'm not gaining fast enough. I'm only catching up to him in places where I can't overtake.
Car on the left.
But that's kind of Paul Ricard for you.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Alright, now I don't have any slipstream help.
You're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
There's a large gap to the next guys. So it's probably going to be a bit difficult to catch. The gap is 4 seconds to the P7. It's not good. Hey, it turned in that time. Despite me overcooking it a little bit. But then again, if you're not constantly going over the edge and pulling it back, are you really on the edge? How do you know? Woo! This McLaren did not like going over them curbs. Whoa! And that, ladies and germs, is pretty much exactly what Michael Fassbender did in his Porsche. and Road to Le Mans, except I did it in the dry. Track didn't even have to be wet for me to screw up. Okay. Let's do it again.
Going double file.
The eyes are getting dry. Up with these two stragglers, man. I'm stuck behind them. And they're like 20 car lengths away from the pack when the fucking flag drops. Woo.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You know what? You said car on the right, and then I looked up after I turned in and saw there was a car on the right. 100% my bad. I'm not even going to blame that on James Baldwin. That was on me. It's all right though. James will get blamed on the next one will be blamed. The next one will be blamed on James. Fucking English language.
Stay double file.
I had one job. Drive and speak. I can only do half of it. I can't even do half of either. Apparently. Come on. Oh. I hate the way these AI do these fucking rolling starts. They're terrible. And look at that gap. Idiots.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I mean, they're all right during the race.
Car on the right.
With the exception of all the pit maneuvers they'll pull on you, but they're just so bad at the rolling start. What the fuck?
Clear on the right.
They're hitting sausage curbs and crashing into each other and you.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
Leaving huge
Clear on the
gaps.
right.
That's some good slipstream loving right there.
Clear on the right.
Ooh. I'm gonna blame that on dirty air. Come on, dude. I'm close enough. I should be able to get him in one.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
And I love the way this car handles. It's so good. Whoa. Tuck in.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Alright, I feel like we're moving up this time. There's not such a huge gap to the next dudes. Wow, didn't even go far off that time. I deserve a participation trophy. As well as for catching that slide.
Fastest lap of the race, man. Good job.
159. I think maybe it braked a little bit too late there. Or shouldn't have upshifted to 6 because it took me too long to get down. Down to the right gear. A little late turning in.
Go on, race through. Not over yet.
Gotta get a few more places. Hopefully we'll get a top 5 finish. That's what we're kind of shooting for right now, is top 5. I do like reeling them in that corner. It's kind of satisfying to watch that gap close up. Couldn't do anything with it though. I don't know if you caught that, but I did. Come on. All I need is a little draft. Just a little. Come on. Here we go. Now we got the overspeed.
Clear on the left.
Running out of time. I don't think it's worth upshifting to 6 there before 1. Did it again. Jesus. Maybe I should start adjusting my expectations for this race, or my aspirations. Stop worrying about a top 5 and start worrying about, can I make it around the track with the car pointing the right way the whole time? Because at the moment, even that's starting to feel like a big ask. Wow, I didn't realize I was on the last lap. It's a 5-lap race?
Alright, check it right. Good job. You did the best you could. Now bring the car back.
I would have thought this would have been a 6-lap race, but cool down lap murder. Oh, look at that. And we'll just burn the tires off. Okay. That was terrible. You know, there are days when you're alert and on it and focused and can accomplish shit. Today's not one of those days. And in sim racing, you kind of need to be focused and alert and on it. Otherwise, you're going to race like this. I'm definitely groggy and just not 100% on the ball right now. Too much mental fog. Can't get it together. I tell you what, let's that race was nothing to look at, but let's take a look at this cooldown lap murder, because that was a good one. I mean, I drove into a whole cluster of dudes. Here we go. Or I mean, James Baldwin did. I didn't do that shit. Murderous little limey so-and-so. Tea-drinking bastard. And here it goes. Everybody else is slowing down. I'm not at all. Kabam! Look at that. It's like bowling. That was a threefer. Oh man, I tell you what. Let's lower the expectations a little bit further. Let's bring them back down, because my skill level is not even at my normal level today. It's worse than I normally am. So let's bring it down a touch. 86%. Just see if we can do anything with that. I'm gonna go with probably not. I'm pretty sure Jensen Button would have fired me by now. And what are we... 3.45 liters per lap. Yeah, I guess we weren't that over full. I mean, I can't blame that race on fuel load. That's for damn sure.
Going double file.
Maybe it was all because I didn't turn my headlights on for safety. I'm going with that. Should do a little bit better with them. AI lowered a couple points.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Whoa! Porsche cannot eat the curbs like you're trying to do, son. I'm going out here. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, this seems a lot more doable now. Now that I've dumbed the AI down to my level.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I wanted the twofer. Didn't even get the one-fer. Stuck the landing on that one. I feel like I'm starting to wake up a little bit. Sorry. Sorry.
Got some light lemon on the front. Car on
Next
the
time I go through the pits, I'll leave that team my insurance information.
clear on the right.
Well, damn, it went from
Clear on the right.
too hard to too easy.
Car on the right.
Just with a couple of clicks there.
Clear on the right.
Of course, I say that like it's a fait accompli. Race ain't over yet. I definitely can find a way to fuck it up. That's kind of my thing. You know, I haven't driven the Audi for a while.
Clear on the right. We're halfway through. Keep it up.
It's been a minute since I've done any races in that car. That's a fun car. I need to go back to that one. As a matter of fact, let's do that next. Let's do that after this one. I miss driving the Audi. That's a fun car. Most of these cars are fun. I used to not think that when I started playing the game. All the shit that's really hard to drive. When I first started playing this ACC, I didn't like the Porsche. I didn't like the Lamborghini. Not because I thought they were bad cars, it's just because I didn't have the skill to take them down the road. Maybe I should stop gabbing and try to pull a gap. Try to gather up some of that focus I keep talking about. Is that fucking... Oops. Wrong button. Is that... Yes. That is that Ferrari up ahead. That poor Ferrari bastard that I mean, James Baldwin crashed into so carelessly. With such a cavalier disregard for safety. Remember what I said about this one being too easy?
There's a slow car up ahead.
Yeah, I'm the slow car. You don't need to tell me there's a slow car up ahead, spotter, when I'm the slow car. And while I'm at it, speaking of useless spotter knowledge, useless spotter information, when I'm really close to a car that's in front of me, you don't need to tell me which side he's on. Oh, there's a car on your right. Oh, you mean the one that's in front of me that I can see, that's in my cone of vision on the right? Or like another right?
Car on the right.
Now see, that's helpful because I can't see the guy. Okay, so we're on the last lap now. And after leading the race, we're going to come in the same position as we did last time, I think. I think I was 7th, maybe 8th last time, I don't know. Some unmemorable, unremarkable, worthless number. Although at this difficulty level, I might be able to gain a spot here or two on the second half of the lap. Looks like I'm in the slipstream. I am.
Car on the right.
Whoosh.
On the right.
Let's see if we can get this Boatley too. Turn in. All the way.
Car on the left.
Oh, oh, pit maneuver. Oh, might as well finish. We're right here at the end. He was not having that shit, was he? He's like, fuck your top bar finish.
Finished the race.
Yeah, he has.
Right, Chris. Good job. You're the best you could. Take it easy.
Cool down lap burner. I think that was the Boatley that did me the pit maneuver. Oh, I killed the engine. I can't even see. All right. Let's just look at the murder. Come on, come on, come on. That dirty James Baldwin, I tell you. Look at him sawing back and forth at the wheel like a maniac. Boosh! Yeah, let's forget this one ever happened. That one never happened. Where shall we take the Audi? Because that's definitely what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah, I've not touched the Audi in a long time. And wherever I go with the Audi, I'm probably not going to have a setup ever since one of the game crashes that destroyed my save files. What do these liveries look like? Skechers. ROF Go? I don't know what that is. Grand Valley. Gentos, the fresh maker. That's a nice looking livery, but I think, god damn, how many of them are there? Dude, everybody's in the Audi. Everybody loves that thing. Okay. I'm going to go back to... What was it? Grand Valley. Yeah. I don't know what Grand Valley is for really reals, but it reminds me of Grand Valley Speedway and Gran Turismo. So that's what we're doing here. And we'll do Tomita-san. Now, where to go? Where do we take this thing? Monza, Brand, Silverstone, Paracard, Mazzano. I haven't been to Mazzano in a while. Maybe that one. Yeah, I'm feeling Mazzano. Well, there's one of the reasons I'm not quite mentally alert to be doing this right now. Because I'm sleepy. I just need a nap. It's not really my bedtime yet. I ate something and now I feel like I need a nap. Alright, let's just do the race. I'm not going to do any practice. I'm not going to do, setting up the tires and all that stuff. I will go into the setups and make a few minor adjustments, but I have no practice and I don't think I have a setup on this track, on this car. Because ACC is a buggy, crashy son of a bitch. Mic too close. Yeah, no setup. And I've definitely taken this car to this track many, many times and have several setups for it on the save file that no longer exists. Okay. Front seems to be a little bit softer than the rear for the most part, with the exception of the bump stop rate. So as long as it's been since I've driven this car, I'm guessing that it probably is gonna... It's tuned to understeer because maybe it's mid-engine will make it tend to snap oversteer. Maybe they're compensating for that, or maybe just understeers a little bit. I don't know. Definitely... Let's see. The aero balance is 2.4% to the rear. So I want to take away a little bit of aero, but I want to keep the balance roughly the same. First thing I want to do is I like to close the brake ducts down a little bit. So if I move this down, that goes a little bit away from the rear. Takes it to 0.6 at the front. Let's see if we can live with that. And we'll just make a save that just says low aero. Because I don't have any idea about the tire pressures.
Stay double file.
Lights on for safety. Let's go. Yeah, let's go hood cam on this one. I think that's better for the stream. It's more immersive for me to drive from the cockpit view. But for the sake of the stream, I think it's better for the people watching to have more of the screen space available to see.
Green light, give it okay. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Car feels really good, really stable.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
We'll see how badly I screwed up the handling in a high-speed corner, though, by taking away all that downforce, or and moving the balance.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Car feels great.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I think we'll hit these high-speed corners a little bit faster than we did last lap. Aero feels fine. I just kind of overcooked it.
Right. Clear on the right.
Typically, in this car, actually, when I first started playing the game, I used to have a lot of trouble with that corner, and I always thought it was the rear aero because the back end of the car would just suddenly give way, and I thought, well, it's a high-speed corner, it's rear aero.
Well, mate, this has been your muscle best.
And then I stopped running over the curbs in that high-speed corner, and it stuck to the road, miraculously. Lesson, equal sign, learned. Although it is an error, I still will on occasion, and maybe during this race, duplicate. But I'm going to try not to. I'm also going to try not to destroy that Ferrari's race this time. After murdering him in Paul Ricard.
Clear on the right. Car on the left.
Got awful close.
Car on the left. Clear on the
Fuck.
left.
That wasn't the curbs, that was me hitting the brakes and trying to adjust in the middle of the corner, which was a real bad no-no.
You're halfway through. Keep pushing.
I don't know about pushing, but I'm going to keep going for now. Use this race as practice or warm-up the remaining 5 minutes. But yeah, coming through that high-speed corner, I just hit the brakes a little bit. Started to slide, and there was no coming back from it. Speaking of which, I'm just going to straight line that one instead of spinning it. Yeah, oddly enough, this car is a little bit more rotatey than the McLaren was. Or at least kind of feels that way. Tire pressure seemed pretty good though. Okay. A little bit too much steering input. Maybe could have gotten away with that with more rear downforce. Could be a combination thing. I'm sure it's mostly in the chair where the problem lies. But I probably could have put it in a little less steering angle and taken a better line through there and made it at that speed. But the additional rear aero probably would have, or maybe would have, pulled my fat out of the fire on that one. Possibly. Yeah, it's sliding an awful lot. But at that speed right there, that wasn't aero, that's mechanical. You probably can't tell on stream because the effect of the car sliding, you know, visually when you're just watching is very subtle. You know, maybe you can spot it, maybe you can't. But it's easier to tell when your hands are on the steering wheel and you can feel the force feedback. Yeah, it just keeps wanting to break loose. I had to catch it there like 2-3 times. I caught it twice and then the third time I didn't. So yeah, I need to give myself a little bit more rear grip. Both mechanical and aero, I think. We'll give it a try, see what it does. But I know that I am aware that anytime I'm veering away from the default setups, anything other than air pressure or tire pressure for temperature variance, any adjustments that I make are just compensating for my flagrant ineptitude. Unless, like, you know, back at some of the higher speed tracks where I take off a bunch of downforce just to reduce drag. But yeah, outside of that, most of the adjustments I made are just trying to sand some of the edges off of my inclination to do shit wrong. Yeah, this race is over, so we'll do a little setup changes and see if I can't. I really should, you know, practice and get better, but which I will do. But let's see if we can't help our chances by doing some setup stuff. I feel like I'm always catching the rear sliding. I'm not even going to murder anybody in the cooldown.
Good job, mate. You did your best to bring it back to the pits.
Okay. setup. Current setup. We'll give ourselves a little less AP. .5 per lap. No shit. Okay. Mechanical time. Well, that feels like a big jump. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that. All right, here goes nothing.
Going double file.
Lights on for safety. Game crash, stream crash. Thanks for watching.